Alright, what up ITN Reacts fam? Now, a man who I've been wanting to check out for a while is Immortal Technique. I've heard things about this man. I've heard things about this man's pen that I can't even disclose right now because this is a family friendly show. But guys, welcome to ITN Reacts. My name is Estian and I also have a second YouTube channel called Goals and Growth. If you want access to the best self-improvement content on YouTube, go and check out that channel and leave me a subscribe there. And thank you for 50k subscribers on here as well. We hit that about a couple of weeks ago, so thank you so much. And if you're not yet part of the channel, make sure you become part of the channel today. Let's go. Oh, okay.
I once knew a nigga whose real name was William. His primary concern was making a million. Being the illest hustler that the world ever seen. He used to fuck movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams. Corrupted young mind at the age of 13. Nigga never had a father and his mom was a fiend. She put the pipe down, but for every year she was sober, her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling bags.
But for every year, oh man, for every year she was sober, her son's heart grew colder. Brother, that's deep on so many levels.
Sober, her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling bags in the projects, checking the young chicks looking for hit and run prospects. He was fascinated by material objects, but he understood money never brought respect. He built a reputation because he could hustle and steal, but got locked once and didn't hesitate to squeal. So criminals he chilled with didn't think he was real. You see, me and niggas like this have never been equal. I don't project my insecurities on other people.
Fact.
For props like addicts with pipes and needles, and so he felt he had to prove to everyone he was evil. A feeble-minded young man with infinite potential, the product of a ghetto-bred capitalistic mental. Coincidentally dropped out of school to sell weed, dancing with the devil, smoked until his eyes would bleed. But he was sick of selling trees and gave in to his greed.
Okay, I'm not sure what Immortal Technique's real name is. I'm assuming his real name is William, right? He's talking about himself. Talking about his own dance with the devil, his own dance with all of these negative things in his life, and how he had to transverse them to really make a success of his career, right? That's what I'm assuming. Only an assumption, of course.
Till his eyes would bleed, but he was sick of selling trees and gave in to his greed.
Come on.
Everyone trying to be trife never faced the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot.
His use of is... He doesn't use much slang, does he? I mean, this is the first time I'm checking out Immortal Technique. I've expected the man to use a little bit of slang here and there, but he's been dictionary-like. Also, the enunciation is smooth. Not what I expected, but...
So Billy started robbing niggas, anything he could do to get his respect back in the eyes of his crew. Starting fights over little shit up on the block. Stepped up to selling mothers and brothers to crack rock. Working overtime, making money for the crack spot. Hit the jackpot and wanted to move up to cocaine. Fulfilling the Scarface fantasy stuck in his brain. Tired of the block niggas treating him the same. He wanted to be major like the cutthroats and the thugs. But when he tried to step to him, niggas showed him no love. They told him any motherfucking coward can sell drugs. Any bitch nigga with a gun can bust slugs. Any nigga with a red shirt can front like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the motherfucker up in the club. But only a real thug can stab someone till they die.
Puffy? Did he? Is he? Hold on.
Step to him, niggas showed him no love. They told him any motherfucking coward can sell drugs. Any bitch nigga with a gun can bust slugs. Any nigga with a red shirt can front like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the motherfucker up in the club. But only a real thug can stab someone till they die.
That's kind of an insult today. I would say that's an insult. If I were Diddy, I would take that as an insult. But Diddy, at the moment, bro, you deserve all the insults in the world.
Fucker up in the club, but only a real thug can stab someone till they die. Standing in front of them, staring straight into their eyes. Billy realized that these men were well guarded, and they wanted to test him before business started. Suggested raping a bitch to prove he was cold-hearted. So now he had a choice between going back to his life or making money with made men up in the sight.
Bruh, this I gotta admit the storytelling is immaculate.
A hardcore nigga is all he ever wanted to be.
Yeah.
So he met them Friday night at 2:45.
Hold up, okay, there's a little change in the beat.
Everyone trying to be trife, never face the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be God's angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot.
Whoa. The way he's piecing this together, bro. The way this is chronologically just making sense. The way that he's describing these situations is so graphic. Oh, man, oh man. When was Immortal Technique actually big, so to speak? And what were the popular years? I'm interested to know the history, bro. Because this was before. This is a while back. I could hear by the audio, obviously by the cover as well. Let me know. I would love some background info on this guy.
They drove around the project slow while it was raining, smoking blunts, drinking and joking for entertainment, until they saw a woman on the street walking alone, 3 in the morning, coming back from work on the way home. Until they quietly got out the car and followed her, walking through the projects. The darkness swallowed her. They wrapped her shirt around their head and knocked her onto the floor. This is it, kid. Now you got your chance to be raw. So Billy yoked her up and grabbed the chick by the hair and dragged her into a lobby that had nobody there. She struggled hard, but they forced her to go up the stairs. They got to the roof and then held her down on the ground, screaming, "Shut the fuck up and stop moving around." The shirt covered her face, but she screamed and clawed. So Billy stomped on the bitch till he broke in her jaw. Them dirty bastards knew exactly what they were doing. They kicked her until they cracked her ribs and she stopped moving. Blood leaking through the cloth, she cried silently. And then they all proceeded to rape her violently. Billy was made to go first, but each of them took a turn, ripping her up and choking her until her throat burned. Her broken jaw mumbled for God, but they weren't concerned. They were done and she was lying bloody, broken and bruised. One of them niggas pulled out a brand new 22. They told him that she was a witness for what she'd gone through, and if he killed her, he was guaranteed a spot in the crew.
Damn,
thought
bro.
about it for a minute.
Whoa. Oh no, bro. Whoa, we gotta take a break. Damn, man. You know, I've heard M's, and when this man released Relapse, I was thinking, okay, you know what? This is pretty bad. This is pretty graphic, but this is even worse.
So he leaned over and put the gun right to her head.
Whoa.
I'm falling and I can't turn back. I'm falling and I can't turn back.
Right before he pulled the trigger and ended her life, he thought about the cocaine with the platinum and ice, and he felt strong standing along with his new brothers. Cocked the gat to her head and pulled back the shirt cover, but what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried cause he had forsaken her.
Oh no. Oh, bro, imagine going through that. Bro, oh my God. Bruh, place yourself in that situation. God damn, man.
Cocked the gat to her head and pulled back the shirt cover, but what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried cause he had forsaken her. She cried more painfully, and when they were raping her, his whole world stopped. He couldn't even contemplate. His corruption had successfully changed his fate, and he remembered how his mom used to come home late, working hard for nothing, cause now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman
William,
once given him birth.
you would have known it's your mother, man. She works. Oh, girl, I can't.
Crying out to the sky cause he was lonely and scared, but only the devil responded cause God wasn't there. And right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold, and so he jumped off the roof and died with no soul.
Wow.
They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I raped his mom too. And now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows, in every street cipher listening to little thugs flow. He could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow, and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're inflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never, because a dance with the devil might last you forever.
Oh! Wow. Bro. Oh my goodness. Bruh, that's terrible. That is terrible, man. Kudos to the storytelling, but God, help us. Bruh. Ladies and gents, just for me sitting here and going through that trauma, you gotta leave a like on the video. You gotta share the video. Leave me more recommendations for Immortal Technique, please, in the comment section, and I'll see you next time.